expired Kodak Ektapress 400, Leica M6, and we're in Portland, Oregon. So yeah, I meant to do a intro for this at my apartment, but I got way behind and had to pack and all that stuff, and so now I'm here in Portland with expired film and my Leica M6. So we'll do the intro here. This is Kodak Ektapress 400, which I believe is a predecessor to Portra 400. This roll I got off eBay and expired in 2000. So I'm just going to shoot it at 200. I'm going to overexpose it by one stop. I'm not really going to follow the rules or the rule of thumb of overexposing one stop per decade, basically because I want to at least be at 200 since I'm just going to be walking around Portland and shooting in variable light. I know that whatever I rate this at doesn't really matter if the film needs to be shot at 100 because it's 22 years old. Then me shooting it at 200 is not going to do anything. It's just going to make everything underexposed. But I don't really mind too much. I'm just excited to shoot this film because it's kind of like a portrait film. And then I'm excited to show you guys my M6, which for the past year and a half that I've had this camera has kind of been my secret possession. Shot a few rolls through it, but haven't posted any of those on Instagram, haven't really told Instagram that I have this camera, and I don't really plan to. So yeah, so YouTube, the M6. I figured it was time to bring out the big guns, to get some views on this channel, you know, really get it to the tier of YouTube film photographer. So this is the combo for the trip. Let's go load it up and just walk around and take some photos and see how the film performs. Okay, so I'm gonna jump in with the little voiceover. The first place we went was the Rose Garden. Loaded up the camera there, took some photos. Right away the film was super blue. I had to correct it a bit, add some warmth in post, but it definitely screams expired film. But the photos came out and there are pretty good colors, I'd say. Also, I should say thanks to the 7 people that voted on my poll about what camera I should use, and so I'll start introducing some different cameras to the channel. So then here is the Pittock Mansion, which had a really pretty view of downtown Portland with Mount Hood in the background, but you can't even see Mount Hood in these photos, and the buildings are really weirdly blue. We'll blame the film on that one, but I still do like these photos. And then this is the next day. I apologize for a lack of recording, but this day we really just walked around Portland, kind of explored the city, and I will say the M6 is incredible for this. It's such a perfect camera to carry around all the time. It's a little bit heavier than the Voigtlander, so you do feel it a little bit more, but it's still such a fun camera to just have with you all the time. And so then the next morning I went out to the Willamette River for sunrise. I do think I was there a little bit too early, and the Leica kind of gave me a false confidence that I could go around shooting at 1/15th of a second, because some of these photos were definitely blurry. But it was a pretty nice sunrise, and the colors in the horizon were really good. That's probably because it was a little bit smoky over there, but I am pretty happy with these photos. Portland for sunrise. And then later that day, Liv and I went to the Japanese garden and I finished the roll there. This is a super fun place to shoot, and I think the photos turned out really good, although you can still see how cool the film is in the greens and the shadows. Right, so that was the roll. I took it up to Portland, finished it in Portland. Now we're back in Salt Lake. And yeah, here are the negatives if you are interested in seeing those, or if for some reason you don't believe that I actually shot this film. So the negatives themselves are actually quite dark, which I guess that means that I overexposed the film. But take that with a grain of salt because I don't really know how to read the negatives, but they did scan pretty well, and I was able to correct a lot of the blue casts and get some photos that I liked. I was particularly happy that that photo on the bridge came out, the one with the red beams, because that one I was actually waiting for like 30 minutes, and I would have been quite bummed if the entire roll did not turn out. So yeah, I mean, just getting pictures is great, but getting pictures and some that I like is awesome. So I'm gonna have to say that the Ektapress was a win, which I was also a little bit surprised about since I shot it at 200 and really thought that that wouldn't be giving it enough light. So thank you all for watching this episode. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and also if you know what these dark negatives mean, I would love to hear it. So yeah, I will see you all in the next one, and thanks for watching.